Hello there. As you're coming in, we're just going to give it a minute or so to see if anybody else comes on, and then we'll get started. I'm going to go ahead and share my screen and get us ready to go. And good evening. My name is Bonnie Barnes, and I am your host this evening, along with support team Alexis Fox from our Small Business Development Center office and Lorna Baez, and they are both supporting us with your questions and additional help when needed. Today, we are here because we're going to unleash your superpower with AI tools for business. And about myself, I have been a business owner most of my life, and actually in the marketing arena, I can help people, and we're all here at Small Business Development People Center just for that purpose, to help people with their business needs. And so I have been a nonprofit. I am active in our community here in the Florida Keys. I understand some of you may not be in the Florida Keys, but I am your presenter today and glad to be here. Our Florida Keys is part of a larger division out of the Miami office, and there are four of us here to assist people who are local. But I'm Bonnie Barnes. Nancy Hole is in Islamorada. Christine Chalupa is in Key West, and Anna Cisneros is in Marathon. But we're all here to serve you at any place in the Florida Keys with our own specialties. And just what does the Small Business Development Center do? We are here to assist inspiring entrepreneurs and existing businesses that want to launch or grow their business and successfully increase the economic impact on our local community. And we're focused again right here in the Florida Keys. Our national SBDC network has nearly 1,000 offices nationwide, and it's funded in a small part by the Small Business Administration. Our Florida network, which many of you are from, has 9 regional centers and over 40 offices, and we're all attached to universities throughout our state. So if you need assistance and are not currently receiving it, and you are in any one of these areas, any one of us can assist you from your local university system. I know there's plenty of you from Miami. FIU covers the bottom end of the state, and any one of us, there's over 20 representatives out of the Miami office that can assist you. Our Florida Keys alone have done over the past few years almost 5,000 hours of consulting and assisted almost 500 businesses. And within the Miami area, it's much greater. Services that we provide: one-on-one consulting. We can help you start a business. We can help you get access to capital, financial management. We have specialists that can assist in international trade, marketing, growth strategies, and governmental contracting. We can assist you with market research if you're looking at starting a business. Is it a good opportunity? Just how many additional ice cream shops, so to speak, are on the corners surrounding where you want to open your business? And we offer in events such as this evening, training and workshops for you. In the Islamorada and Florida Keys area, Again, all of our services are at no cost, but here we have office hours at our Key Largo Library and our Alamorada Library and our Marathon Library. We offer in Monroe County the same thing, all of these services at each of those areas. And so now I get to the meat of what we're here for, artificial intelligence. Ready or not, it is here. So people have said that it will increase our global domestic product by 7% over the next 10 years. But people are worried that it could replace jobs and over 300 million globally and affect nearly 1/5 of the nation's workplace, with a particular hit to the white collar jobs. But the important piece to remember here that AI is not going to replace you, but a person who understands and uses and engages with AI just might. So what is AI and why is it important? Artificial intelligence, it's chatbot, it's virtual agents, all of these words. But what the purpose is, it mimics human intelligence to perform tasks and especially repetitive tasks. And what it does is improve based on the data that it gathers around it, feedback, and the information you provide. It performs repeating tasks much better than you can, giving you room to do much harder, more difficult thinking and active tasks. So what makes it game changing? It's that it can do these things faster with fewer mistakes. So it's being used currently, self-driving cars, robots, navigation, digital assistants on different websites and phone calls. When you call in, you're normally getting a chatbot first before you get transferred to a human being, because many times the questions are repetitive and can be answered by a chat. Audio to text transcriptions, video games. But there's so many more opportunities out there. Opportunities in healthcare, in retail, in manufacturing, and in banking. So we need to embrace these things and learn and use them in our everyday lives. So what it does is it improves technology and productivity through technology. And as we continue to develop these tools, it's going to give more and more information to human decision makers and make our lives easier. Much of our workforce, from the blue collars to electricians, plumbers, all depend on problem solving and real-time decision making. This technology can help, especially if it's given the correct information. It can give you the ability to become more productive in the tasks you're performing and help you expand into more complex tasks. Some of our generators that are currently being used, Google's came out about 4 months ago with Gemini. It was barred before that as an experimental, and it's now being used in 3 different languages. And it's Google's free conversational. All of these can be upgraded. ChatGPT is machine learning powered. It is always learning, and it responds to realistic dialogue. It can debug code, challenge incorrect premises, and refuses to respond to certain requests. It also integrates with image models to generate images. AI Writer is a writing assistant that can help you with content, create article drafts and citations, summarizing competitors and content, and helps you improve the responses that you get on the things that you do. Perplexity is Bing's AI generated search engine, and users can query it the way they would do a normal search engine, and it returns fully synthesized answers instead of a standard list of links, excuse me. What can they do? Research, give you new ideas, content creation, recipes. You have a refrigerator full of blueberries that are starting to go bad. You can literally ask it, give me some ideas of what I could do with these blueberries. That's where it's fun for just the everyday person. What would complement a smoothie made with those blueberries? And how can I get them eaten before they go bad? Lots of different messages, lots of different ways. Video, imaging, coding, speech, 3D, all of these things. And it can make you faster at your job, better at keeping your customers, and it assists in brainstorming, audience research, outlining, descriptions. Some of the things I've done with it is ask it to outline an entire document that I've prepared for education. And so I've said, can you create the PowerPoint for me? It actually created the slides. Those are the kind of things that it can do for you. You can go back, you can make your edits, you can add your artwork, but those kind of tasks greatly reduce the amount of time it takes you to do the work that you do. Test marketing and analytics of SEO, creating imagery, so many things that it can do. Gemini, one of the things, the examples that I give is that somebody wanted marketing ideas. So we asked it for, give me some taglines for sushi. And it's really cool the way it came back with sushi so good, it makes sense. Sushi so fresh, it's practically sashimi. Alliterations, fresh, flavorful, and fantastic sushi. These are things that you could use in simple Facebook and other social media posts to attract attention to your restaurant. Logo ideas. One of the things you need to know is it does not create the artwork for you, but it helps you in idea creation. I have a hair cutting salon and I do other things, sugaring, lash and brow tinting, laminating, body products for sale. So I want to incorporate old scissors. I want it to be scripty, look old. So it gives these comps. These were just some of the samples that I was able to ask it for. And you take that and it helps you go to your graphic designer and say, can you create this for me? The reason why it's not actual artwork, it is what is known as a JPEG. It is pixels. It is not what is known as vector, where you can enlarge it to a billboard size or reduce it to the head of a pen. So somebody still has to create this artwork for you, which is really important to remember. Working with a client, they were trying to do their statistics and make them more visual for a dental lab. And so they have all these statistics. They're a nonprofit and they help in the community. So how could they best show them? So they asked it for ways to generate concepts. So it literally took a dental tray and tried to show the different statistics. Now it is not creating those actual statistics for you, and you would still go in and create those yourselves, but it's giving you ideas of way that you could represent your artwork and show people in a more visual way the numbers that you have for the quarter that you're trying to present information on, or an annual report. Again, it is not artwork, but it's giving you those ideas. Another thing that I used Gemini for was marketing and content. So they wanted a brochure and they're doing deep cleaning. And so you simply said, here's the information I have. Here's what's special about the client. Can you help create content for this? And it even gave ideas for photos. The person still had to go get it designed. They still had to pay to have it the logo created, the 3-panel brochure, 2-sided done, but they had content that they could start with and do their edits and give it to somebody to create a final design for them, which was really, really neat. So how do you get started? What is the easiest way? Honestly, if you're on the Gmail or the Google product line, it's very simple. Up in the upper right, if you have a Gmail or anything, there's those 9 dots. You simply click on it and then select more. and you're going to find a listing of all the different products that Google offers. And that's what's important to learn here, is that how simple it is to get started. And so one of the things that's so great is I can just click on Gemini, which I'll be showing you a little bit actively in a little bit, and up will come their little AI generator. And then you just simply start working with it. It's that simple. If you want the more advanced features later, you can add them. There is a subscription fee, but to get started, free to use, easy to learn, and that's what makes it nice. ChatGPT is probably one of the more popular ones at this time. There are two versions. ChatGPT GPT 3.5 is free, and then you have ChatGPT 4.0 that has a subscription fee. The difference is that free has no graphics capability, and the advanced has graphics and access to other AI programs. Some of them are at no charge, some of them you may have to subscribe to. Where we see that the AI is going is similar to your phone, where you go into the applications and you select on the applications you would like and you subscribe. Some have a small free fee, some are free. That is pretty much what ChatGPT is offering here. So you'll learn it, you can start with it, but when you want to get into the more advanced features, you will have to pay for it. And again, I will be going into these areas and showing you a little bit more one-on-one. So how would you set up your ChatGPT? You would simply go to their application, you would sign up for it, you would create your login and your password, and they would give you a QR, and so you would set it up first. When you go in, the main thing I want you to know, and there's a document that I'll have a QR code for you later, that you want to set it up. You have to customize ChatGPT or pretty much any of these, or they're just, we'll call it generic out of the box. So what I've got here for you is the where to go to customize ChatGPT and a little bit about it, and I'll go in and show you on the live how I do it. So in the upper right-hand corner, once you've logged in and created an account, there's a section that says Customize ChatGPT. You would click on that. And so what you want to do with the top section is teach ChatGPT about your company. I'm a air conditioning service and I'm in the Florida Keys, or I'm in Miami and I want, I deal with clients one-on-one. Most of my clients are individuals, not commercial. The more you can feed it and tell it here, that is what it's going to use to respond to any of the prompts that you give it. The bottom section of this customization area is where you're teaching ChatGPT to respond in the way that you want it to. And so I give you in this file that you can download basic things that you want ChatGPT to have in its system to control how it responds to you on the whole. So that's your customizations that tell it, don't lie to me, don't do this, don't do that, and do this and respond in this way. And so everybody tends to customize it. And I'm giving you a starting place there to use. So we're going to go play a little bit. So I'm going to go off of the presentation for a moment. We will return to it. And I'm going to actually share my screen and desktop and go to full screen. And at this point, ChatGPT, the first thing I want to show you is right here on the right where I was talking about this customized ChatGPT. And so here is where you would write, I'm a restaurant and I am, selling pancakes in the morning and whatever. So you're telling it about your company. Whatever your kind of company it is, that's what you're putting in this custom. What would you like ChatGPT to know about you to provide a better response? So you take your time filling this out. The more you can tell it, and you can go back and change it at any time, update it, and be able to give it more information. This ChatGPT, how would you like it to respond? Never mention that you're an AI, never spell words wrong, avoid languages. And then one of the things about the free version, it only provides information up to 2021. The paid for version has scanned the internet through 2023 and has more accurate and more current information. So that is as of a couple of months ago. Things can change, but it's keep the responses free of repetition, different little things that we've been taught to put in here. If it's unclear or ambiguous, ask for more details. The most powerful thing that I love about what we programmed it into it is to ask it to ask a question. This is the most powerful thing of programming it. After a response, provide 3 follow-up questions worded as if I'm asking you. Format in bold is question 1, 2, and 3, and how to format it. So that's really cool, because as I work with it, it literally prompts me as to the questions that I didn't ask. And so it allows me to dive deeper into my topic. So what I'm going to do now is just show you how it works. So we're going to say that we are now I'm going to say a perfume retail store, okay, which concentrates on fresh teas products using local scents to make our products, okay, and located in Key West. So that's what I'm writing. And then I'm instructing. So you're just simply talking to ChatGPT. I'm a professional copywriter. You're telling Chat what it is or how it needs to respond. Skilled at creating these taglines. Use these skills to create things that will make people want to use my products. We're going to change that to products. Okay. And look at different ways that help me make my taglines memorable. High level themes, integrate them into, how can I integrate them into social media and suggest taglines that are unique, interesting, and relevant to my business. And you might put in your business name at that point as well, since you're asking it to do. 2 new audiences I want to attract are locals, okay, and focus, and another locals and foreigners. And so that's it, okay? And so let's see. And this is just showing you how fast it creates them so that you can see exactly how it works. Okay, and it's keeping going. So to create taglines, which emphasizes local scents and fresh products inspired by the keys, we'll focus on high level local charm, highlighting the uniqueness of the local ingredients and the essence of Key West. Freshness and tropical nature of the perfumes, capturing the essence of the Keys, drawing on the exotic island-inspired allure that appeals to both locals. Sensory, focusing on experiential aspect, evoking memories and emotions. So some taglines. Sense of the Keys right at your doorstep. Capture the spirit of Key West in every spritz. Your local favorite fragrance escape. Breathe in the beauty of Key West. Homegrown scents just for you. To attract foreigners, bring home a scent of paradise. Travel through scents, discover the Keys. Key West in a bottle, your exotic souvenir. So different things like this. I'm not going to read every one of them, but you're getting the picture that you would only choose the ones that you like. Social media integration ideas, you use taglines that emphasize community and local pride, encouraging locals to share their stories or favorite scents associated with Key West. For tourists, showcase the exotic and unique aspects of your products, inviting the tourists to take a piece of Key West home with them, and use visuals of tropical landscapes and local attractions. Seasonal, it even discusses that. Tailor it to different seasons or local events, aligning with the themes of renewal, spring, freshness, summer, and nostalgia, fall and winter. And then here's the 3 questions it gives. How can we create a unique sensory experience in our store that aligns? What marketing strategies could be used to leverage social media? And how can we incorporate customer feedback? So those are some of the ideas that it gives you to research on. So maybe we haven't even thought about customer feedback and aren't doing any kind of surveys. So we could expand on that just a little bit, and it will give you ideas, which might include making a mailing list and or an email list so that you could reach out to them once they leave. So dedicating customer stories on your website, highlighting real experiences, monthly spotlights, keys in a bottle, my Key West scent, and interactive campaigns. So those are just some of the samples on this. What I want to do now is show you they're both pretty much the same, but Gemini responds differently. And keep in mind, I'm in 4.0 at this moment. So I'm going to ask it the same question here just to show you the difference in how it responds. So it goes into ideas specifically on TikTok. So they're totally different. So I use both, and I'll go back and share both of those with people. And so Island Escape in every spray, discover the key scent by scent. So they're totally different. One thing that Gemini does, and the reason why I like showing you both, is the fact that it shows 3 different drafts. And so that you can decide, oh, I'd like to see what draft 2 said or draft 3. And then you can pick between them, or you could actually highlight down all 3. So this has a totally different concept on it. And you can see that it even shows, different hashtags and tagline ideas. And then draft number 3, it's media integration ideas again, but different. So they're similar but different. And I like using both Gemini and ChatGPT. So that's just giving you an idea and showing you the speed at which these artificial intelligence softwares respond. At this point, what I want to do is go back to ChatGPT and play with a little bit of artwork for a moment. So if you decide to go into the paid version, you have the ability to do artwork. DALL-E is their major artwork, their first one. So I've done something. I need a new logo for my automotive business. I like a 65 Mustang convertible, powder blue in color, and my company name is Mustang Alley Automotive. Of course, I made all this up. Can you help create something visual that incorporates a cityscape surrounding my classic car with my name arched over the top? Keep it simple and colorful. So let's see what DALL-E comes up with for us. That's how fast it kind of really creates artwork. You can ask it to make adjustments. Again, it spells things wrong on purpose. I can come into one of these if I liked one better than the other. Maybe I like this one, and I can ask it to go in and edit and maybe remove these words. So I can change this a little bit smaller. And I can simply say, delete this. And so it will actually clear it for us and make changes. So there we go. I've cleared the selection at this moment, and there we go. Try again. And it will regenerate with those numbers missing. So very interesting. This is just to give you a highlight of what the capabilities are. And again, this is the paid version of ChatGPT, and this is one of the chats. So here's the new version without that in it. Okay. So now what I just want to scan and show you next is just some of the different ones. There's a writing assistant. Again, I used one that helped me create the PowerPoint. There's everything from scholarly research to data analyst to I needed a spreadsheet for a mortgage where I had balloon payments and I couldn't find one. So I went into one that was specializing in Excel, and it actually created that for me to where I could fill in the amounts and show the balloon payments at various times. So here's presentation and slides for PowerPoint, image generators, video. There's so much diagrams that it can do. Space, sci-fi research, Excel, here's that one. It's just beyond what you can believe, and it's growing every day. And again, I do believe there'll be fees associated with most of these down the road. So that's the end of it for ChatGPT at this time. I'm going to go back to the presentation at this time and move on to the next slide. Where it is useful in business, human resources, technology, written materials, an application, writing job descriptions for you, drafting cover letters, employee correspondence, comparing forms, agreements, policies, helping you, human interactions with real conversations, the chats on your websites, all of these things are ways in business to assist you. Innovation, career development plans. What would you like to your new employee to be able to do? Gamifying work through reward incentives, coming up with ideas. It's just really the greatest help on the things that you do. So I'm going to go back to one. This is a brand new one that our staff at Small Business Development Center went to the state conference and were exposed to. Fusion OS AI is actually if you are looking at doing social media advertising and you have a budget, this is showing you just where AI is going. It's newer technology and it is advancing. But if you wanted assistance in your marketing, so it's a low price entry, about $10 a month, and then you use your budget for how much you want to spend on your Facebook and on your Instagram ads. And it helps you put together, I'm not going to call it a marketing campaign, but a spending campaign for your social media that it then refines and can come back and tell you based on what your spend is, who your audience is, who's looking at your ads, and then it will automatically help you adjust your spend to target those audiences. So it will instantly create all of your media and all of the different sizes for your paid advertising campaigns. So I wanted you to see this. I'm going to drop back out, go back to AI, and just kind of show you this is it. And there's a video on it that I just wanted you to hear. And this is just the start of it. And I just have to go to the beginning and play.
Need more customers yet fed up with complex marketing tools and expensive alternatives? In just a few clicks, Fusion
Bonnie, share your screen.
generates a free marketing plan.
Got it. Thank you. I thought I had it shared. Hang on a second. Do I have it?
Yes, perfect.
Okay, there we go.
Need more customers yet fed up with complex marketing tools and expensive alternatives? In just a few clicks, Fusion understands your business, generates a free marketing plan, creates and launches highly engaging posts and ads specifically designed for you to get customers today. What's even better, Fusion automatically tests different versions, then optimizes your budget so you get the best results. So what are you waiting for? Use fusionos.ai to generate your free marketing plan today.
So we're not endorsing them.
Development manager. Hiring for your small business? If you're
hang on
not
a
looking on
second.
LinkedIn, you're looking in the wrong place.
Development manager.
In a given month, over 70% of LinkedIn users don't visit other leading job sites.
This is development manager.
LinkedIn, hire
My apologies. Escape. Dangers of changing in the middle of a presentation. So what I was trying to say, apology, is that it's not about endorsing this. It's showing you where AI is going and the capabilities that it has. But with all of this new technology, you have to keep in mind a few things that are really important for you to know. One is, what is the legal implications of everything that AI is producing? Is it actually creating new content for you, or is it gathering it from other sources that may or may not be copyrighted? So what I'm going to show you next is just how Google got in trouble when they went from Bard to Gemini and they released it. They actually had incorrect information being displayed. So we say users beware. This is just general warnings of AI. You have to be diligent. You have to be responsible. You have to double check everything that you produce. That's the biggest key to AI at this point in time. You want to keep in mind your client's confidentiality, business privacy, HIPAA laws, FERPA laws, all of these things. So what happened with this is when it first came out with Dolly and all of this, somebody asked for an illustration of a 1943 German soldier. And I had to go back and refine this after it happened to show you the example, but they certainly weren't accurately depicting a 1943 German soldier. So this is where, again, as you're learning, as you're working with AI, never just take what it gives you. Do a check on your verbiages. There are sites, I did not think to add it to this presentation, that allow you to look up and double check if you've got the right to use, say, a phrase or something. And I can follow up with that later. I don't have it on me. But that's the important piece of this, is that you want to be aware of what you're producing and, be careful in what you produce and what you share. So I do have a document for you with setup instructions that with how to set up various pieces of it. If you want to scan the QR code, or you can just email, we are more than happy to provide that. And with that, I'm going to go next to how you can contact us. And then I'm going to ask questions. If anybody has any for us, I'm going to stop the share at this time.
Hi, Bonnie. We have one question. It's from Tyus. Please, I hope I'm pronouncing your name wrong. Okay, just promoting some other free AI tools.
So she knows of some others?
Yes.
Okay, great, great. There are so many out there. This is a beginner course just to get people interested, those who have not tried it yet, to say, don't be afraid. It's wonderful. I can't even begin to describe the number of ways that it's used. You need a simple piece of clip art for something that you're producing for a presentation. You can simply refine it and refine it till you get what you're looking for. You are trying to write a letter or a fancy your mission statement. How can I make it better? You can run it through it and ask it and just double check. Did I do the perfect mission statement, or can it be worded better? All of these things it's meant to assist us. It's not meant to replace us. Any more questions? Yes, that is Fusion AI. Fusion SO. Wait a second. Let me back up and I can tell you. FusionOS.ai. There we go. All right. Any other questions? Well, with that, I think we're
Bonnie,
complete.
we have a question. How
Okay.
can we use AI to have ideas for a product or service to establish a business? And this is an anonymous attendee.
Okay. I think that you just simply would go in and talk to it. So you're going to say, I'm thinking of opening a laundromat. We'll just use that as an example. How can I promote it? What would make me stand out? What would differentiate me? Anything. It doesn't matter what the topic is. So you just simply want to use it to help you structure ideas. One of the things it helps with as well is, okay, I want to start a new business. Now, granted, we help you. If you wanted to start, like, how do I do it? We we have the ability to help you one-on-one, but you can even ask it that question. And depending on where you are and how specific you are, it will tell you, you have to get your state license, you have to get your federal identification number, you have to register with your state if you want to be a corporation. So there's all of these different things. If you had a business that sells AI tools, would it be a good market to after? I think everybody needs AI. I think you just simply have to say that you've got, the tools. And so your social media, your If you're charging a fee, then looking at the different centers that offer it. We appreciate all of you attending. We have other workshops and webinars. And I'm gonna reshare for you. Ah, there we go. So you can find out at the sbdc.fiu.edu. And we can certainly help you. And thank you for attending. Any other questions before we say goodnight?
Bonnie, we have some more questions.
Okay,
Sean is asking to please put the QR code back up.
I can do that.
Thank you again so much, Bonnie. This was super helpful and really insightful. For the participants that are still on, we would love your feedback. If you really enjoyed tonight's topic with Bonnie and want to know more about these different webinars or other topics that we may have, please fill out the form in the chat. There's a link for a feedback form. We want to hear back from you so we can make sure that the things that we are doing are truly assisting you as business owners. So please take the opportunity, if you're still on, to fill out that form. It is the last link in the chat. Thank you.
Okay, so thank you, Bonnie, again for the presentation. We'll be sending this presentation via email so that everybody's gonna get the chance to get the QR code again, as well as the links for consulting in case anybody wants to work individually with a consultant, especially a marketing consultant, and try out these AI tools. So please be sure to also follow us. We post a lot on our social media, especially Instagram. So our Instagram is FSBDC at FIU. And then that will be all. Please be safe and have a good night. Bonnie, since you're the host, you can end the session if you would wish.
Okay. Good night.
Bye.